Hello everyone, myself Gargi Roy. I'm the Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of JIS College of Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about some problems of illumination engineering. Before we going to the problem, the subject code of illumination engineering is EE702C for BTech and EES5 ILE for diploma, and the credit is for basically this subject is a elective subject. So the problems based on some prerequisites that are the definition related to photometry. Now, what is photometry? Photometry means the measurement of light distribution. For the measuring of photometry, that means the measuring of the light distribution, we should know about the definitions like illumination, luminous flux, luminous intensity, etc. So first of all, what is illumination? Illumination E is denoted as E. E equal to total flux by illuminated area. That means illumination is a property by which human eye can recognize any object. That means when light falls on an object, after that human eye can recognize the identity of that object. So E equal to F by A. That means luminous flux per unit area is called as illumination. And the unit of illumination is lumens per meter square, or it is called as lux. Next, what is luminous flux? Luminous flux, light energy emitted from a source per second, that is called as luminous flux. It is denoted as F or sometimes flux phi, and the unit of luminous flux is lumen. Next, luminous intensity. Luminous intensity is denoted as capital I. Now, what is luminous intensity? Luminous intensity means luminous flux per unit solid angle, and luminous flux is denoted as F or phi, and solid angle is denoted as omega. So, luminous intensity I equal to F by omega or phi by omega. So these are the basic definitions which are related to the photometry. Now I am going to the course objective. To provide an introduction to the fundamentals of illumination engineering and architectural lighting design. And next one is to impart lighting fundamentals, measurement and technology and their application in the analysis and design of architectural lighting system. So in this outcome based education system, illumination engineering course has some outcomes by which students will be able to understand the need of good illumination and learning the physics behind various luminous sources, other terms and units. They can identify the criteria for the selection of lamps and lighting systems for an indoor or outdoor space. They can perform calculations on photometric performance of light sources and luminaires for lighting design. They can evaluate different types of lighting designs and applications. So, course overview. Today's course overview is problems related to the photometry. Now I am going to the problem number 1. First problem. A 250 volt lamp has a total flux of 1500 lumens and takes a current of 0.4 ampere. Calculate. First question is lumens per watt and second question is MSCP per watt. That means spherical candle power per watt. So first, given what is given in the question? Voltage V equal to 250 volt. Then total flux of 1500 lumens. Here flux is denoted as capital P, capital F. F equal to 1500 lumens and current I equal to 0.4 ampere. Now MACP of the lamp, that means mean spherical candle power of the lamp, the formula is total flux by 4 pi. Now the question is why it is denoted as 4 pi? Because the largest solid angle of a sphere is equal to 4 pi. So MSCP equal to 1500 by 4 pi equal to 119.4. Right? Now for first question, lumens per watt. We have to find out lumens per watt of the lamp. So that is equal to output of the lamp in lumens by wattage of lamp in watts. So output of the lamp in lumens, that is already given in our question, that is 1500 lumens by wattage of lamp in watts. Wattage mean, that is watt is the unit of power and power means voltage into current. So here voltage equal to 250 volt and current equal to 0.4 ampere. So total wattage of lamp will be 250 into 0.4. So according to the equation, that lumens per watt equal to output of the lamp in series lumens by wattage of lamp in watts. So it will be 1500 by 250 into 0.4, that means 15. So lumens per watt equal to 15. Right? Next question, that means part 2 of that question number 1. MSCP per watt. So MSCP equal to MSCP of lamps by wattage of lamp in watts. So MSCP already given. That means we find out MSCP, that is equal to 119.4 by wattage of lamp in watts, that is equal to 250 into 0.4. So after that we get the result that 1.194. So MSCP per watt equal to 1.194. Okay. Next, problem number 2. A filament lamp of 500 watt is suspended at a height of 4.5 meters above the working plane and gives uniform illumination over an area of 6 meter diameter. Assuming an efficiency of the reflector as 70% and efficiency of the lamp as 0.8 watt per candle power. Determine the illumination on the working plane. So first of all, we should know the given criteria of the problem. What are they? They are wattage of lamp, that is equal to 500 watt. After that, height of the lamp above the working plane, that is equal to 4.5 meter. Next, diameter of the uniformly illuminated area, that is equal to 6 meter. After that, efficiency of reflector equal to 70%. That is also given. And efficiency of lamp equal to 0.8 watt per candle power. Right? Now we have to find out illumination on the working plane. So first, candle power of the lamp, that is equal to wattage of lamp, that means 500 watt, by efficiency of lamp, that is equal to 0.8 watt. So 500 watt by 0.8 watt per candle power, that is equal to 625 CP. That means 625 candle power. So we get the candle power of the lamp. Then luminous output of the lamp. Luminous output of the lamp, that means 4 pi into candle power of the lamp, that is equal to 2500 pi lumens, right? Why 4 pi is given here? Because the largest solid angle of a spherical segment, that is equal to 4 pi. Next, flux emitted by the reflector, that is equal to efficiency of reflector into total luminous output of the lamp. So efficiency of the reflector is given as 70%. 70% means 70 by 100, that means 0.7 into total luminous output of the lamp, that is equal to 2500 pi. We already find out that the luminous output of the lamp equal to 2500 pi lumens. So we put the value here, and after that we get flux emitted by the reflector equal to 1750 pi lumens. Clear? Now area of the working plane, that is equal to pi by 4 into 6 square, right? Because the diameter of the uniformly illuminated area already given, that is equal to 6 meter. So we get 9 pi meter square, that is the work area of working plane. Now the final question, that illumination of the working plane, that is equal to 1750 pi by 9 pi. That means flux emitted by the reflector, that is equal to 1750 pi by area of working plane, that is equal to 9 pi. That means we get illumination on the working plane equal to 194.44 lumens per meter square. Clear? Now question number 3. Two lamps L1 and L2 are hung at a height of 9 meters from the floor level. The distance between the lamp is 1 meter. Lamp L1 is of 500 CP. If the illumination on the floor vertically below this lamp is 20 lux, find the candle power of the lamp L2. So now the solution. So candle power of the lamp L1 is 500 CP. So this is lamp L1 and the candle power of the lamp is 500 CP. And another lamp is L2 here. Now distance between L1 and L2 is 1 meter. Okay. Now illumination vertically below the lamp L1 equal to 20 lux. So the illumination of point A equal to 20 lux. We considered that the candle power of the lamp L2 is X. Okay, and we have to find out the candle power of the lamp L2, which is considered as X. So illumination at point A on the floor vertically below lamp L1, that is equal to illumination due to lamp L1 as well as illumination due to lamp 2. So illumination at point A on the floor vertically below lamp 1, that is equal to summation of illumination due to lamp L1 and illumination due to lamp L2, right? So now according to this equation we can get 20 equal to 500 by 9 square. 500 by 9 square means candle power by, here 9 meter is the height, that means h. So Cp by h square plus x by 9 square into cos cube theta, that means Cp by h square into cos cube theta, right? And illumination at point A that is given in the question, that is equal to 20 lux, right? Now we get 500 by 81 plus x by 81 into cos cube theta. So we have to find out the value of cos theta first. If this angle is theta, then this angle also theta, right? Now alternative angle. Now what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta 9 by root under 9 square plus 1 square, right? So that is equal to, and after that whole cube of that, and after that 500 by 81 plus 0.982x by 81, that is equal to 500 plus 0.982x by 81. So x equal to 1140.5 Cp. That means this is the answer. That means x equal to the candle power of the lamp L2. Right? Clear? Next, question number 4. A light source having an intensity of 200 Cp in all directions is fitted with a reflector so that it directs 85% of its lights having a divergence 20 degree. Calculate the total flux emitted along the beam. Number 2, the average illumination produced on a surface normal to the beam direction at a distance of 5 meters. So solution, the intensity of light source is given as I, that is equal to 200 Cp. And beam angle theta is given as 20 degree. So for question number 1, part 1, the total flux emitted along the beam, okay, that is equal to 0.85 into 4 pi into 200. So 0.85, why? Because 85% of its light having a divergence 20 degree. 85% means 85 by 100, so that is equal to 0.85. 4 pi is the largest solid angle of a sphere into 200, that is I. Because already we know that intensity I equal to F by omega. That means luminous flux equal to omega into I. So here omega equal to 4 pi and I equal to 200, and 0.85, that is given in the question as it directs 85% of its light. So after that we get total flux as 2136.3 lumens, right? Next, question number 2, part 2, that the average illumination. So in the figure SA, the distance of SA equal to 5 meter, right? And radius of the circle to be illuminated here, R. R equal to what? R equal to SA tan theta by 2, because total beam angle is theta and half beam angle equal to theta by 2, right? And this is R, okay? So tan theta by 2 equal to R by SA. That means R equal to SA into tan theta by 2. So SA is given in the question, that is as 5 meter. So we put here as 5. 5 into tan theta means 20 degree. 20 degree by 2. That is equal to 0.882 meter. So we get the radius as 0.882 meter. Now area of the surface to be illuminated, that is equal to pi r square. Pi r square, that is the area of a circle, that is equal to pi into r square means 0.882 whole square, that is equal to 2.444 meters square. Okay. So average illumination equal to 2136.3 lumens, that means F, luminous flux, by area of surface to be illuminated, that means A, that is equal to 2.444. So we know the definition of illumination, E equal to F by A. So already in the first part, we get the luminous flux 2.3136.3 lumens, and after that we get the area, that is equal to 2.444 meters square. So average illumination E equal to 2136.3 by 2.444, that is equal to 874.1 lakhs. Okay. So these are the reference: R.K. Rajput, Utilization of Electrical Energy, Lakshmi Publication, H. Parthav, Art and Science of Utilization of Electrical Energy, Dhanpad Rai and Co. And Wikipedia for web links. So these are the today's topic. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Thank you.